On Superstars this time, 5 household names who've become legends in our own living rooms. While it may be becoming less and less fashionable for women to adopt their husbands' names, one Desperate Housewife happily bucked the trend to become Eva Longoria-Parker.
I'm very traditional, so I always knew I was going to take the name. And Tony didn't care. He was like, honey, I don't care. Then we were at the movies, and we see the trailer in the movies, and it's like starring Eva Longoria-Parker, and he's like, honey, look at your name, look at the name. And he was so proud. And I was like, I thought you didn't care. But he obviously does.
All the hype surrounding Eva's high-profile engagement to French basketball star Tony Parker culminated in a Parisian wedding in July 2007. Eva claims she was far more calm on her wedding day than her character Kate was in the 2008 comedy Over Her Dead Body.
I was actually extreme opposite of that. Everybody kept telling me I was so calm, but that's why it was fun to play. It's fun to play a bridezilla because, you know, I could never be like that in real life.
In the film, the acid-tongued, stressed-out Kate meets her untimely demise by being squashed by a giant ice sculpture of an angel on her wedding day. Eva was so keen to play the role that she was determined to squeeze in filming around her hectic Desperate Housewives schedule.
I'm actually shooting this movie on the weekends and doing Desperate Housewives during the week, and it's been a little crazy, but I like it. I like working. I really want to work hard right now and relax later. And I'm in work mode. During the year in Desperate Housewives, it's you know, waking up at 5, waking up at 6, and working all day. So in the summer, I actually want to relax and go on vacation. So I liked doing a movie and the show at the same time because I'm in that work mode.
Eva debuted as the adulterous Gabrielle Solis in the ABC comedy drama back in 2004, after several seasons as the psychotic Isabella Branner Williams on The Young and the Restless, for which she carried off an Alma Award for Outstanding Actress in a Daytime Drama. In 2006, she won another Alma for being Person of the Year and came top of Maxim's list of the world's hottest women for the 2nd year running. 2006 was also a good year for kickstarting her big screen career. As well as starring alongside Michael Douglas and Kiefer Sutherland in The Sentinel, she played Christian Bale's girlfriend in Harsh Times. Having never made a secret of her poor childhood as the daughter of Mexican-American parents growing up on a farm in Texas, she joked about the group of lowriders who decided to do a drive-by at the premiere.
Well, I really wanted the opportunity to work with David Ayers, who was unbelievable.
What is going on?
I know.
Friends of yours? You're so distracting.
My cousins decided to stop by. Told them not to bring the cars. Funny.
While many had tried and failed, Eva looked to be making that coveted transition from small to big screen.
Sometimes it concerns every television star that they see you in their homes every week and they get to know you only as this person, and so sometimes it's hard to cross over, but now there's such a blur between television and film that it's you know, easy to go back and forth.
As if proof were needed that she'd become a truly global star, she was invited to pose for the cover of Maxim magazine. Her photo was subsequently blown up to create a 110-foot display in the desert, visible to air travelers on their way to Las Vegas.
Leave it to Maxim and Las Vegas to come up with a cover that can be seen from space. So thanks to all of you and Google Earth, I can be in all of your homes by midnight. All 110 feet of me. Happy birthday, Maxim. I look forward to the next 100 issues.
However, being so instantly recognizable has come at a cost.
I think the biggest thing is loss of anonymity and privacy, and especially with the bounty that paparazzi has now with pictures and gossip and news. That's a little out of hand, but, you know, I have a great job and I work with great people and I make good money and I get to travel and I get to do and meet interesting people. I don't get to do people. I get to do interesting things and meet interesting people.
She also gets to hand over the difficult decision of what to wear to the next big do to her stylist.
My bag is packed when I come because my stylist thinks about every event we have, every interview, every red carpet. Everything is already planned and dresses are fitted and I just put on what somebody gives me.
world's richest entertainer once said, "Though I'm grateful for the blessings of wealth, it hasn't changed who I am. My feet are still on the ground, I'm just wearing better shoes." Not content with becoming the highest-rated talk show host in television history, Oprah Winfrey tops the list of most powerful entertainers as rated by Forbes magazine, which also ranks her the richest African American of the 20th century, and the only black person in the world to rack up 3 straight years as a billionaire. She made her first million at the age of 32, just 1 year after her Chicago talk show went national. But persuading the general public to air their dirty laundry on daytime TV is just one chapter of the Oprah Winfrey epic. In 1985, with barely any acting experience, she played the downtrodden Sophia in Steven Spielberg's film adaptation of Alice Walker's The Color Purple. Her first big screen outing won her an Academy Award nomination. Championing black female writers like Toni Morrison and Maya Angelou on her talk show and through her book club, Oprah won Alice Walker's trust and persuaded her to take The Color Purple one step further. Oprah produced the musical, which drew an A-list crowd of fans to its opening night in 2005.
How incredible is this? I mean, for anybody that has seen the movie, you just really felt that it was just so groundbreaking and how our culture changed and everything like. And for Oprah Winfrey, only Oprah Winfrey could do this, bring it to Broadway, and I'm sure we're going to be blessed once again.
The show was well received by critics. Not that Oprah stood still long enough to hear the applause. She was already focused on climbing that next big mountain, the challenge of starting up her own radio channel.
This is another milestone, full circle moment for me, because I started out in radio when I was 16 years old. And it is an honor to be here today with all of my friends, because my broadcasting career has been about trying in every way possible to uplift, enlighten, encourage, and entertain our audiences. And now I'm going to get by with a little help from a lot of my friends who also are going to be offering encouragement, offering enlightenment, offering a sense of entertainment and fun so that people can live their best lives.
The 24-hour-a-day channel features shows hosted by her and a collection of popular personalities from her TV show, including her best friend Gayle King, fitness expert Bob Greene, and poet Maya Angelou. Adding a radio station to the media empire, which also includes her magazine O, Oprah still has plenty of energy left over for philanthropic projects, such as opening the Oprah Winfrey Leadership Academy for girls in South Africa.
Girls who are educated are less likely to get diseases like HIV and AIDS. And because AIDS is a pandemic in this country, I believe that we have to begin to change the pandemic by education.
The $40 million academy aims to give girls from deprived backgrounds a quality education in a country that has been ravaged by AIDS and where schools are struggling to overcome the legacy of apartheid. Even in South Africa, Oprah managed to pull celebrity support with the likes of Mariah Carey, Spike Lee, Tina Turner and Chris Tucker jetting out for the launch.
I will have to say, I'm going to say this to the audience today, but this has been a long time coming. This is not just, for me, some small idea. This is a supreme moment of destiny for me. I've been coming to this day my entire life. And I've always known, because I was taught by my father, that to whom much is given, much is expected.
Although achieving her ambitious goal was reward in itself, former South African President Nelson Mandela was on hand to provide the icing on the cake.
Oprah has shown us that no matter what your background, how impoverished or underprivileged you were, you can become anything in life if you work and study hard for it. Oprah, apart from the unbelievable amount of money you have invested in the project, it is the personal effort and time that you have put into it that is so special and inspiring.
Although the Academy has since been dogged by rumours of bullying, Oprah has stated that she intends to live in the school grounds when she retires. More recently, she poured personal effort and time into securing Barack Obama's selection as the Democratic presidential candidate by publicly throwing her weight behind him at a massive rally in Colombia. Although she may have recently lost her crown as daytime TV's most popular talk show host to Ellen DeGeneres, Oprah wins hands down in the influential Friends Stakes. Confirmation from David Duchovny's publicist that her star client had checked himself into rehab for sex addiction in August 2008 validated rumours that had been doing the rounds since 1997. Before his marriage to Téa Leoni, David had been romantically linked with a string of women and had felt compelled to deny reports that he went to sex addiction meetings to control his cravings. Strangely enough, both his most recent trip to rehab and the early rumours coincided with stints on raunchy television shows. In the mid-90s, David played the narrator in an erotic drama series called Red Shoe Diaries. And in 2007, he landed the role of a sex-crazed writer in the Showtime series Californication. Not long after finishing his program in 2008, he and Tia announced their formal separation, amid reports that David was having an affair with his Hungarian tennis instructor. The revelations added more poignancy to his role in the 2006 film Trust the Man, about a husband and wife on the verge of divorce.
A mature level of trust is when you say, trust me to be who I say I am. Not exactly what I do always, but I always tell you who I am and what I want. And I think at the end of the movie, that's what the trust means.
Whether his understanding of trust corresponded with Téa's was another matter. According to several reports, the couple had secretly split a while before their formal announcement, leaving David to grace the red carpet alone at the premiere of the second X-Files movie, I Want to Believe. It was a great moment to reflect on the X-Files journey, which had begun way back in 1993, with his character's belief that his sister had been abducted by aliens.
It was the right thing to do, Scully.
This is not about finding an FBI agent. This is about you trying to save your sister.
The spooky smash hit series made superstars of David and co-star Gillian Anderson, and cult heroes of their alter egos Mulder and Scully.
Well, I think when it started, it was there wasn't a scary show like it on television, and people found it and remained very loyal.
And you think it's a forerunner for the hit shows like Lost and Heroes now?
Apparently it is, yeah.
You watch them yourself?
No, I don't.
David's tenure on the show, which lasted for 9 seasons, wasn't without controversy. When it was revealed that he had been the primary instigator in moving filming from Vancouver to LA, it caused a Canadian uproar that wasn't made easier by an appearance on Conan O'Brien's late-night show, during which he joked, "Vancouver is a very nice place, if you like 400 inches of rainfall a day." When the show finally wrapped in 2002, David hoped that the film franchise would take on a new life of its own.
Well, something we'd all wanted to do while we were doing the TV show was, when this all ends, I hope that we can kind of make it a film franchise. We did one film while we were doing the show, and we just always thought, I just always thought it was a natural for film, and, it was just a matter of getting everybody in the same place at the same time.
So looking forward, will there be a third? Have you guys talked about it?
If it's all business driven, if it does well, then we get to do more.
While he waits for the verdict on his X-Files future, David has been keeping busy with filming on the second series of Californication. He's also been getting used to his new status as a fashion icon, after being recognized by the 2007 Hollywood Style Awards. The daughter of a computer programmer and a nuclear physicist, Teri Hatcher burst into the public consciousness in 1993 as Superman's #1 admirer in Lois and Clark: The New Adventures of Superman, opposite Dean Cain. But after starring as Bond girl Paris Carver in Tomorrow Never Dies, her career took a nosedive. It was resurrected in 2003 thanks to Desperate Housewives. Her fee for playing clumsy illustrator Susan Mayer in the hit ABC series reportedly adds up to more than $300,000 an episode. Not bad for a performer who'd spent the previous 6 years appearing in straight-to-video releases and guest starring in the odd episode of various sitcoms. Since then, the ex-cheerleader from California has been making up for lost time, grabbing every opportunity afforded by her profile with both hands. In March 2006, she brought the issue of sexual abuse to the fore in an interview with Vanity Fair, by revealing that she'd been abused by her uncle from the age of 5. Having kept quiet about it throughout her adult life, she came forward in 2002 to assist prosecutors in indicting her uncle for a more recent molestation that led his 14-year-old victim to suicide.
I think coming forward about what went on with me with abuse and being able to put that man in prison it has been, selfishly, I guess, for me, very healing, very helpful to that particular family. But in a much broader sense, I get thousands of emails from women across the world who have been inspired to come forward to prosecute their abusers, to reach out for the help that they need to heal. And that's just, it makes me feel like I really did something right by being able to help people.
In the wake of that revelation, Teri launched a book, Burnt Toast, which she hoped would help women strike a better balance between taking care of their families and taking care of themselves.
My mom had sort of role modeled for me, out of love and generosity, that women would always take the worst of things. If there was a plate of toast and one piece was blackened, that we sort of just instinctually go, oh, I'll eat that. No, don't eat that. I'll eat it. I'll take the worst. And I often find myself, the lunch that I eat is, the pretzels that are left over in the back seat of the car. And it just seemed like there has to be a better way to balance the love we want to give to our kids and our family without no care for ourselves. And so I think burnt toast and the idea of not eating it and not being a part of the burnt toast syndrome for women is to take better care of yourself and find that balance in your life.
At the book's LA launch, she was surrounded by her supportive co-stars.
Oh, I was, sitting next to Teri between scenes all those days she was trying to meet her deadline back in October when she was pecking out this book. And so I promised her I'd be here when it came out. And plus, apparently, it's really, really good.
Teri has been equally supportive of her co-stars' extracurricular activities. At the premiere of Felicity Huffman's film Trans-America, she was there to help steady her fellow Desperate Housewives' nerves.
Since we catfight so much that we would come here to just sort of ruin your premiere, that's really my goal, really. That's right.
That's right. It's so odd.
It's so great that we support each other. Yes, it's great. It's great.
She had to get a special babysitter. She had no one to watch her kid, and it's so late. And they're like, not bad. And so here she is. I can't tell you as a mom how hard that is.
Oh, good. Well, we do, and I think we all know it's a group, group effort. And
you must be so happy.
And so we want to be there for each other.
Aside from supporting her friends and social causes, Teri certainly hasn't been averse to exploiting her profile for more overtly material gain. However, trying to keep all of her sponsors happy at once has proved a delicate balancing act. Early in 2008, one beauty company threatened to sue her for promoting another company's products, while Teri maintained she hadn't contravened the terms of her first deal. Aside from pushing makeup, Teri also has her own line of clothing and merchandise. And in 2007, she signed on to become the new face of US fashion label Badgley Mischka.
We have a really incredible history. Way back when I was doing Lois and Clark, which was really my first hit, I guess, in the business. The first time I went to the Emmys, the first gown I ever wore on the first red carpet was a Badgley Mischka gown. And it ended up really hitting, the press liked it, and the show was popular, and it was really good for both of us.
Label co-designer Mark Badgley couldn't agree more.
How she does it all, and she is able to be absolutely glamorous and gorgeous through the process, so it's a big treat to us.
it or not, Carmen Electra is not the real name of the glamour model, TV personality, entrepreneur and sex symbol who rose to fame through her appearances in Playboy magazine and Baywatch. She was in fact born Tara Patrick on April the 20th, 1972 in Cincinnati, Ohio. Apparently it was pop virtuoso Prince who persuaded her to adopt the flamboyant stage name when she auditioned for an all-girl rap group. As well as starting up a relationship with him, she took the advice and ended up signing a recording contract with Prince's record company, Paisley Park. However, Carmen's singing career took the high road after her nude pictorial in Playboy magazine, which led to work on Baywatch and the MTV game show Singled Out. In 2000, she appeared in Scary Movie and has since carved a niche for herself in other spoof movies, including Scary Movie 4. However, Carmen's early professional career was overshadowed in the media by her high-profile romances. Along with Prince, her former beaux have included bad boy basketballer Dennis Rodman, Be Real of Cypress Hill, and Tommy Lee of Motley Crue. In 2003, she seemed to have found true love in the arms of former Red Hot Chili Peppers guitarist Dave Navarro.
Married life's been amazing. I don't know, I feel more stable, and I'm just so happy to be with someone that I trust and someone that's got my back. Sweet.
The happy couple chronicled their nuptials on the MTV show Till Death Do Us Part, Carmen and Dave. 3 years later, 34-year-old Carmen was filing for divorce, citing irreconcilable differences. But having been through the death of her mother and sister in the same year, she was able to put the split into perspective.
You know, there's ups and downs in life, whether it's your personal life or whatever, we all experience that, and it's just a matter of how you look at it and how you handle it. And sometimes, I don't know, there's just different ways of getting through hard times. This actually, I wouldn't even consider a hard time compared to what I have gone through. This was easy.
As well as battling her way through the divorce court, she had to contend with media rumors that Max Factor was reviewing her modeling contract in response to her controversial appearance on The Howard Stern Show, during which she indulged in so-called sexy antics with a vibrating chair. The pin-up, who had become the new face of the makeup company, had apparently started riding the chair, claiming she was close to orgasm.
No, it's not true at all. It's crazy. I have a strong relationship with Max Factor, and yeah, they were just at my premiere for the movie 2 nights ago.
Surely if Max Factor had been offended by a little fun and games with a massage chair, they would have fallen into an apoplectic fit upon watching Scary Movie 4 and the infamous toilet scene.
I'm peeing in the planter again, aren't I? Actually, the scene started off completely different. It was more of a tinkle scene, and then later on they decided it would be funnier if they added some other sound effects. So they tested it in front of an audience, and they went crazy and loved it. So yeah, I remember getting the call and going, okay, whatever you want to do. I mean, I'm a good sport, and when you get involved with a movie like Scary Movie, you know what to expect.